There are just no good orders on Instacart anymore. What? $8 for 8.5 miles and it's 2 orders and one is an apartment complex? No. Nope, decline. $11 for 47 items. And that one doesn't even have a tip. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. Here's the winner of the night. Here is the winner of the night. $8.50 for 27 items, and guess what? No tip. Are other Instacart drivers possibly destroying your earnings? I've been shopping for Instacart for the past 5 years, and with a 4.99% customer rating and over 600 orders being fulfilled, it's safe to say I know my way around the produce aisle. But is the incompetence and downright carelessness of other drivers negatively affecting us that actually want to do a good job with Instacart? We've all witnessed it. A shopper being careless with a customer's order, not properly separating items, failing to check expiration dates, getting rotten produce, or just plain taking too long to deliver an order. Maybe you've been on the receiving end yourself. Just recently, my wife did a Walmart grocery delivery for us, and although Walmart uses their own drivers, the same issues still arise. A few days later, when we were ready to open up a bag of tortilla chips, we realized that the shopper had indeed given us an expired bag. Listen, I'm not going to be that guy to narc on a mom trying to Instacart with her kids on a Saturday night. I have mad respect for somebody that is willing to hustle and earn a living for their family. But it does state on Instacart's community guidelines that bringing anyone along, including minors who do not have an Instacart shopper account while providing services, is prohibited and could lead to deactivation if Instacart were to find out. I have seen Instacart shoppers fail to use cooler bags for temperature-controlled items. They grab their refrigerated and their frozen things first. Always grab your frozen things last. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Just going to drop off an Instacart order right now. So, what I typically do when I'm shopping, and let's just take Publix for example, because I do a lot of Publix orders. You can't always go or base your shopping on what the Instacart app says, because a lot of times they'll tell you to go to produce first or go to the deli first. I don't do that. This is how I do it. Before I even start a shopping order, I will scan the list real quick, just scan it over, look through it, just to see what I have to get. And then if I know the store well enough, I will go ahead and I will go to that aisle, like have my hands on the first item. So when I get ready to start shopping, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. So with Publix, most Publix is in my area. The meats and cheeses and juices will start on aisle 2. And so then I know I'll just keep on going forward. Aisle 3 is your cereals, your grains, your breakfast bars, stuff like that. Aisle 4 is going to be, I believe, coffees and teas, and so on and so forth. So grab all your non-perishable things. your canned goods, your cereals, your coffee, your water, sodas, chips, and then go and grab your produce. And if it's like my Publix, where I live, most of the cheeses and the dairy stuff is in the back walls. So after you get your produce, you can circle back around, grab all your dairy products, your cheeses, your yogurts, your milks, creamers, whatever else, and then you're going to be right there at meats. Grab your meats, your poultry items, and if you have anything, swing by the deli real quick, pick up your deli items, and you're good to go. If you remember one thing from this, pick your frozen things very last. Frozen things should be very last in your shopping list. Ice cream should be the very last thing that you pick. Another thing that's hurting shoppers is taking too long to find an item. If you cannot find an item in 30 seconds or less and there's not an associate present to help you, go to your next item. You can always come back and search for it later. If you have stuff to pick up at the deli, don't sit there waiting for them to slice your meat. Give them your order and then continue shopping. You can always go back later to pick up. Another thing that is destroying shoppers' reputation is poor bag presentation. I mean, not separating cold from hot, failing to double bag for heavy things like canned goods, or even putting too much things in a bag and making it difficult for the person to pick up. If self-checkout is available, always take it. I find I can bag my groceries a whole lot better and quicker than most bag boys. I can't tell you how many times I've had to stop what I'm doing and rebag an order because they failed to bag it correctly. Sorry, it's just the truth. Man, I need to get a haircut. I'm looking homeless.
Customers receiving the wrong order has become a big issue as well. This is where creating a system is helpful, especially for multiple orders. Create a system that helps you keep track with multiple orders, whether that's doing plastic bags for one order and paper for another order. Another suggestion is getting stickers to separate orders. Don't forget to utilize every inch of your shopping cart. Nothing more embarrassing than realize you dropped off the wrong order at the customer's house. Where you place the order is extremely important as well. Don't put it somewhere where it's going to hinder somebody from walking inside their house or opening their front door, or somewhere it could possibly get damaged. Here's what actual customers are saying about their recent experience with Instacart. Here's what one Instacart customer had to say about their recent experience with Instacart. We'll call this customer Customer 1. Customer 1 says, "I've been using Instacart regularly for years and I've barely had any issues, other than getting a terrible shopper once in a while. The past 2 months have been terrible. Literally, every other I have gotten recently has had some type of issue. From missing items, getting items I didn't order, horrible substitutions, rotten produce. I'm not sure what is going on. I might just switch back to ordering directly from grocery stores." Here's one of a shopper on the receiving end of Instacart. It says, "So I work for Instacart. I am diamond status and have been for months. I always thought that me sending a greeting to a customer and choosing the best replacements or chatting with them was a no-brainer. I have ordered Instacart 4 times in the past 3 weeks. Every single shopper I had did not greet me, either chose the absolute worst replacement or refunded me when I had another replacement requested. When I tried to contact them, they would check out right away, so I couldn't make any changes. I tipped all 4 shoppers $10 beforehand, and I never ordered more than 10 items. I also live 4 miles away from the store. I always stick up for shoppers, but this is crazy. This customer said this: I give great tips, appreciate their hard work, but now I've had it. Too many times shoppers disregarded the need to give customers a bit of time to message them. Today my order was once again super rushed to delivery and it was wrong. Shoppers are only hurting themselves. I am done with Instacart. Too nerve-wracking and idiotic. So how can us as shoppers rectify the negative feelings that customers are having about Instacart? Always greet your customer with a friendly greeting, and always keep them updated about any changes to their order, whether that's refunds, replacements, if a store is taking a little bit longer to find something, or even if traffic is bad and you're going to be late delivering their order. Always keep them informed. It goes a long way. Make sure you follow instructions. If the customer says deliver it to their garage, deliver it to their garage. If it says do not ring or knock on the doorbell, you better not ring that doorbell. Follow instructions. Don't rush a customer's order. Take your time. Remember, you're working for them and Instacart. You're trying to find the best produce, the best meats, and products for your customer. I know we all see this timestamp on the right-hand corner of our shopping app when we're doing delivery. Did you not know that those timestamps are just a suggestion, and we're not required to finish an order in that time frame? Always put your customer first and their needs first above all else. Be intentional about replacements and make replacements that make sense. If a customer is ordering all organic, your replacement should be organic. Also, pay careful attention to expiration dates, especially when it comes to things like chicken and dairy products. I have actually delivered a bad bag of chicken breast to a customer. It is embarrassing and I do not advise it. And plus, you cannot always depend on the grocery store to rotate their stock properly. Also, give them the expiration date that is furthest away. Always separate the items in the bags according to temperature, even if it's a delivery order. And always, always, always use cooler bags when delivering. If you don't have any cooler bags, you can get some really cheaply on Amazon. Send one last message to the customer before you check out. Make sure they don't need anything and they are happy with all your refunds and substitutions. And remember to always deliver with a smile. And I guarantee it, if you put these things into practice, you will begin to see a change in the tips you receive and the overall customer satisfaction you receive. We all have down days and we all make mistakes, but it's what we do to rectify those mistakes that matter. Thanks for visiting my channel, and as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, have a good day.